Hi everybody, welcome to your daily tarot reading. This is for Sunday the 29th of October. It's really nice to be with you today. I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot for today's reading. Let's have a look at what's coming up for you today. Let's choose our cards here. Okay, wow. Interesting. It looks like a snake, a coiled snake kind of a day. We've got a snake here, and I feel that wheel is almost like this coiled snake there. Okay, so what we've got today is we've got the Son of Wands in reverse. The Son of Wands is like the Page of Wands or the Page of Rods or the Prince or Knight. It's someone who is just mastering these elements. Okay, so you can see the snake there coming up. I'm quite scared of snakes actually. Snakes represent wisdom and knowledge. I don't like them because when I was a little kid, we went to the snake park and I had to hold these python things and they wrapped themselves around me. It was awful. Anyway, it's a symbol of wisdom. It's a symbol of spiritual growth and potential. It's in reverse. So what that says is that you're not as inexperienced as you realize when it comes to exchanging ideas, really standing up for your passions and for the things that you want to go for. And it also means that internally, when it comes to knowing who you are and knowing what you want, you're not a son of wands, you're a king of wands or a queen of wands. You're someone who is really certain of what the focus is, what it is you want to do, and there's no room for doubt. So this snake can be influenced in the sense of, okay, we're doing this now, this is wrong, maybe you should kind of call yourself around there or move over there. That's not the case. You know exactly what's going on internally, so it's a great day of emotional insight. Now, the next thing is that there are other people in your life, okay? And the Five of Wands represents conflict, and it represents trivial conflict. Now, you're not trivial today because you deeply, profoundly know what's going on internally. I want to build my own business. I want it to be on the high street at number 28, and I'm going to do that in the next 6 months, okay? That's a plan. That's certain. That's no doubt. I value equality and diversity, and I don't care what other people say, if they're bigoted or whatever. I'm not going to go there because I know what my beliefs are, and I'm not going to make any changes to that. So on this day, there's the potential for you to really come across a lot of conflict, but not be pulled into it because you're understanding things much more clearly now. You have a depth of emotion and understanding about yourself. So things that usually would hook you in, like political arguments or differences of opinion, and usually you'd get really riled up and say, you're absolutely wrong, you have to do it this way. If that appears today, you, for the first time, or you'll notice that you're outgrowing that, you're not getting swept up by the anger or in the argument. And you're really able to see what those people are actually angry about. Because in most cases when we're angry, we're not really even angry about the thing that we think we're angry about. It's always something within us, usually something that we fear or something where we feel like we've been blocked or harmed in some way. And it's usually the ego lashing out, okay? So you have amazing personal insight today that allows you to sidestep trivial conflict, and it also allows you to sidestep people who don't know what the hell they're doing with their life and who are trying to drag you down. So watch out for that on this day. Someone could come up with an idea that they need help with, and it's a really bad idea, and maybe 10 years ago you would have considered it, but you've got the experience and the knowledge that that is not going to lead to anything but more conflict. So you have the freedom to say, that suggestion isn't going to work for me, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to involved in conflict. That's what this card says today. You just don't need it. You're beyond it. The conflict that's going on is trivial and is silly and it's beneath you, and you don't have to go there anymore. Whereas in the past, you had to because you didn't have the understanding. You have the understanding now, okay? Because you're not a little snake anymore, you're king cobra. Finally, we've got the world. And the world is interesting. It's appeared in the last couple of days as well. It's a sense of completion. It's the end of the fool's journey, and it's really coming to a place of I've understood everything, I've experienced everything, I feel like my own self-sustainable unit. I don't need anything else because I've understood what this is all about. You're not quite there yet, you're not quite fully enlightened, but that snake is coiled up in here. It's protecting these puppies that are growing inside, which is about expressing your beauty in a way that's safe and that's secure and that reaches for something bigger and higher. You're protected by the world. These colors here in these lines mean that your understanding of yourself means that other people understand you better as well, and there's room for celebration and connection with other people, even if you don't share all the same beliefs, because you don't have this compulsion to correct people or to educate people or to say, do you know what, your conflict is less important than my conflict. Let's dismiss that. This is not valuable. Da, da, da. You respect other people, but you have the wisdom within yourself not to get involved, and you have the freedom to choose something that really makes you feel complete on this day. So what I would suggest is, rather than looking to other people and seeing what they can offer you, ask yourself what you really truly love and desire on this day. Call yourself up, turn the world around, say, this is me, I'm going to do this for myself today. I'm going to do something fun and enjoyable. That's going to spread joy and light and color into the world, and that will create more room to celebrate and to have more positive experiences with myself and with other people. Okay, so if someone comes along and just says something silly, or is looking to pick a fight, or is challenging you just for the sake of it, you're not going to feel threatened by that, because you're really just comfortable in your own skin. So make the most of it and have a great day for yourself. Do something that makes you happy. Celebrate something that this has given you. I enjoy hiking in nature, and I understand that, so I don't have to stay at the house today where they're all arguing about the inheritance, and I'm going to go on a hike and do something wonderful and beautiful for myself. Okay? Doesn't mean you have to zone out and you have to kind of, disassociate yourself from the world, and the world is no good and it's all not beyond you because you're so special and wonderful. But really, on this day, it's just a matter of not getting hooked into trivial, silly, pointless arguments that aren't going to change anything. There's a great sense of understanding, and that sense of understanding is going to help you create more magic in your life. If you think of this card spinning around, let's say it's spinning at this super high frequency and it's just shooting off these stars. Imagine that going on inside yourself. Imagine having a chakra or a spinning disc, which is the world, which is complete. Put it in your sacral chakra, that wheel, including the light of the universe or God, then the beauty of your own soul, the wisdom and the passion of who you are, and the magic and the creativity that you shoot off when you start engaging all those three elements of yourself. The wheel starts to spin, you shed color and leak color off into the world, and that color enchants other people, and it draws you to them, and it draws them to you, rather. And it means that you create something that's unique, and that's something that comes from your spirit, and that's what's going to create sparkles and glitter and shine in your life. So it's not about strong-arming someone else into agreeing with your opinion. It's about an inward journey going in and really giving your own inner wheel of fortune a nice turn, and seeing the turning in itself is something that creates wonderful things. It creates these stars, these fireworks of success and joy and happiness and love and romance. Whatever, the more I keep talking about our inner landscape, and it sounds so simple, but it's so hard to do in practice. If your inner landscape is joyous and happy, and you know that you're going to have an amazing job, and you know that people are going to respect you and love you, and it just you know, it's just a sense and you feel it, and that wheel is spinning around, generating that kind of thing in the universe, then that's what you'll manifest. So first things first, tap into your amazing wisdom that you've got today, because you are wise, and then take that wisdom and kind of put it in a wheel and spin it in around yourself and let it just shoot off sparks, and let those sparks shoot off into the universe and see where they create wonderful, fiery, amazing things in your life without kind of nitpicking or controlling it, and just let it shoot out of you. And it's almost like a new beginning here on this day in terms of your desires, planting seeds and shedding them or shooting them out. So, okay, so I've mentioned these things are like stars. Each one of those could be the seeds of the flowers, the plants, the beautiful things that are inside you. They can, once this starts spinning, think of these as seeds going out into the universe and creating more beautiful poppy fields or fields of beautiful flowers that are going to enrich your life. So the wisdom doesn't come from anyone else today. You don't need a Mr. Miyagi or a guru or whatever. You're your own guru. You know what's going on, and it's just a matter of embracing your own wisdom, which we're often very reluctant about, because it's like, I listened to my intuition last week and it wasn't right, so why should I try again? You keep practicing, it feels different. Intuition and genuine wisdom feels different to ego messages. Ego messages feel loud and scary and urgent. Inner wisdom is calm, tranquil, it's consistent, and it guides you slowly in the right direction. So I hope you have a great day. Number-wise, we've got 1 and 5 is 6, and 21 is 27, 2 and 7 is 9. 9 is about completion and spirituality. And the World is the last card of the major arcana. It's completion and spirituality. Okay, so you've hit a plateau, you've hit a completion point in your spiritual development. Take that, spin it like a wheel, let it do its own thing, let it kind of create more and more and more for yourself, and use it as like a magic dial that you're just turning in yourself, and it's shooting off these sparks. And it's going to create more completion and more spiritual connection and more of the same. Because the more connected you are, the more connected you'll become. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's a wheel that just keeps turning and turning and turning. And there's no end to it. It's infinite. See? It just goes round and round and round. And you're on this journey of trying to progress spiritually. So if you get a day like this where you've got such a boost and things are naturally just kind of coming out of you in a positive way or in a negative way, if you choose the minor conflicts and all the little petty arguments. If you choose the positives, you're going to see lots of positive, you're going to plant lots of positive seeds of intention for the future. So it's almost like a new moon this. Think of it as a time to plant new seeds. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website for a private reading. I use astrology, tarot, and numerology in all my readings. I can look at what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, strengths and weaknesses, what's coming up in your love life, your career, your finances, health, where the best place to live is. I can look at the astrocartography for that. Also, if you don't have your time of birth, I can use sunrise, or I can rectify your chart, which is a process of working out your time of birth. So if you're interested in any of those things, please get in touch via the website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's free of charge, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.